Hey, what's up, guys? Update here on how I'm going to recover and move forward from what I'm starting to think is more of a partial tear. I got looked at a little bit yesterday by my deep tissue massage therapist, so I can't really say it was an actual doctor, but obviously they're skilled with working with athletes and so on, whatever. Um, Definitely something going on in there. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not like scar tissue, but it's a tense line. So it's like a nice little line that goes like right around my pec and up underneath. It doesn't hurt nearly as bad as it did. Range of motion's a lot better. I can actually like rotate here. I feel tension and tightness. It's when I get to about here now, I feel it's real tight and there's a bump. So there's like a little bump underneath. Um, so if I were to guess, without actually getting an MRI, which I probably should, we'll see, because I'm feeling a lot better quicker than I really thought, and compared to how it felt on Saturday. Regardless, um, just in my opinion, it's probably a partial tear. Does it require surgery? No. Really what those are, for you guys who don't know, I guess, so there's like different stages, with strains, pulls, and actual tears. And, a strain, for example, is, oh, wow, that was really hard. I think I tweaked my muscle, but you're okay. You could do things, you could run, jump, throw, do push-ups, whatever, whatever muscle might be strained, you're okay. That muscle won't be 100%. Then you got a pull, which is, so you got your tight muscle fibers here and they pull apart. Okay? So that's like, ow, that hurts a lot more. Obviously, a little bit more than a strain. Gonna take a little bit more time. It's gonna hurt, we'll say either a little bit more, a lot more, whatever. Now, the next step, partial tear. So, we have our muscle fibers here again, and it pulls apart but a little bit too far. So you see like these strands here tore. Everything else stays connected, but you have a partial tear in the muscle. From there, it depends on the person really, on your pain tolerance, mobility, everything, nutrition, sleep, whatnot on a recover, and determining, I guess, that pain level. Okay, and the next one obviously would be a complete tear. So you have your muscle fibers in completely tear. So it'd be like my pec tearing off the bone, done. It would coil up, roll up. Same thing with any other muscle. So it's nowhere near that, not even close. So I think I'm hanging around something with a severe pull, partial tear. Okay, happy with that. I know I have a decent pain tolerance. When it happened, it was more burning. It was a burning sensation. I can't say it was like, holy shit, 10 out of 10 pain. So, kind of hard to gauge it. All I knew that was different was I heard the pulling, I heard the tearing. I was like, oh shit, this isn't good. Something I've really never felt before. I've felt strains and pulls and so on, and no big deal. I usually push through those. This was definitely different. Nowhere near complete tear. I think maybe I'm getting a little dramatic about the whole thing, but also trying to record all this, show you guys how to go about it, how to recover, how to move on from it and not to be scared. I'm glad I'm moving forward. I think I'm recovering quickly from this because of the mobility work, because of my stability work, because of doing all the tiny little things that I didn't want to do, especially in the past. In the past, when I would get bad strains or pulls, it took me forever to recover. And I almost want to say probably a little bit longer, a little bit worse than this, because the muscle was already so tight and so tense that it was pulling on that muscle twice as hard. So, I'm at my appointment. We're working on muscles around it, behind it, and so on to get things loosened up. But what we were happy with was my body reacted really quickly. Yeah, it was tight. Yeah, it was tense. Muscles are tight all the way around it too, because they're trying to overcompensate, keep the muscle safe, everything's inflamed. Inflammation is good though, because that's gonna help the muscle recover. So the muscle did loosen up relatively quick. I feel really, really good. I felt like yesterday sped the healing process up. Now that I got that tension off the muscle, it's like, oh, okay, we can relax a little bit more. We're getting a little bit more blood flow in there and recovering a little bit quicker because of it. So that's the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. When you have something like this, obviously if we're in the complete tear territory, you're in surgery territory. You have to go about that. This muscle ain't gonna work. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be a 10 out of 10 pain. It's gonna be excruciating. Luckily, I'm nowhere near that. I think I'm being a little over dramatic about the whole thing, but this is also a good visual for you out there that are watching and listening to see how to go about an injury, slight injury, pull strains, whatever. So, going about the recovery aspect, we got to get blood in there. Active recovery is one of the best things you can do for overall recovery. A lot of people think like, oh, I'm sore, I'm tired, and I hurt, so I'm going to lay around and do absolutely nothing. That is the worst thing you can do. Absolute worst thing you can do, okay? That means all my fascia build up, it's not moving around, it's pulling tighter, all the lactic acid staying in there, the muscles tensing up, it's not being activated, it's not moving. For maybe some of you car people out there, look at it like you park an engine vehicle, put it in storage, and you leave old gas in there, old gaskets, old this, old that, and they seal up and they get really tight and gunked up, and because things aren't moving, okay? When things aren't moving, things aren't operating, that's what happens. They gunk up, they slow down, harder to start, rougher start, more damaging starts, so on. So we want to be active. Doesn't mean go gun-ho. I'm not going to go over here and bench press this bar or do push-ups or anything like that. I think I'm way away from that right now, okay? But to start, that's why I have this band here. I'm going to start with face pulls, okay? So I'm going to be pulling, and the band's just going to give me enough tension to just get the muscles to be like, hey, I'm awake, I'm here. So this is going to help get blood back here into my shoulders, rear delts as well, and get this guy to loosen up more without actually putting force onto it. So this muscle is going to be the antagonist in this exercise. Primary movers are going to be back, lats, rear delt, traps, okay? So that's going to help get blood flowing in a different way and help it recover. Blood hauling the nutrients and everything else to just speed up the process. So, here for example, I usually like to do sets of 25. So I'll grab the band here about 5 to 6 inches, but as I pull it towards me, I'm gonna pull it apart, okay? So we call these banded face pulls, but I'm also gonna incorporate a little bit of a band pull apart. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So as I pull it to my face, I pull it apart just a little bit, okay? And I'm noticing that there's a little bit of shake in my shoulder over here, but I feel no pain. I feel tension, I feel tightness, but I don't feel any pain at all, which is an awesome sign. But yet again, I'm over here doing these things on the daily. I don't show you guys a lot of this stuff because yes, it's boring, okay? But I want to demonstrate this so that you guys can be like, okay, I think that was about 15 there. Either way, I'm just going to stop there for now, finish that in a little bit. But showing you guys this, so one, great way to warm up. Good rehab exercise. I got more to come. I'm going to show you guys more here in a little bit. Talk a little bit less, show a little bit more. But that is one of my favorites to help get all this going. And actually, it feels pretty good right now just by doing those few reps. If you guys aren't used to doing active recovery, proper warming up, proper priming, you might do more damage than good if you're injured. If you're not injured, I highly recommend you guys start warming up properly, doing stuff like this. You don't have to do the band. You could do the rope on the cable crossover. You could do dumbbells. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Just getting things primed and warmed up properly. So now If I practice these habits 7 days a week, okay, and my body knows what it's like to feel good, feel balanced, open hips, open shoulders, good posture, and I get injured, my body knows what it's like to be in a good place. So it's going to want to go back to good posture, good position, good everything. If I don't practice these things, I have bad posture, I have an interior rotation, I have an exterior tilt, or I guess this would be interior tilt. Either way, all right, so I have all this going on, I'm hunched over. Now I injure something, it's going to be twice as bad, okay? Because now my body only knows bad position, and it's even in a worse position. So that's why we want to practice good warming up, good priming, good stretching, everything, so your body knows what it's like to be in a good spot. It might not feel like you guys are progressing the way you want, as fast as you want. I'm a culprit of that. I like the results now. I understand now that I'm a little bit, we'll say, more mature and wiser. You know, I have a lot to learn still. But because now what I know is putting me in a better position to recover faster, feel better, feel stronger. Because here I am, okay? Yeah, something happened. Should I have pushed myself that day? No. I was a little under the weather, slightly dehydrated, just a little too much, pushed a little too hard, and injury occurred. But we figured it out. We know what I need to do now. We're going to move forward from it, be smarter, and learn from it. That's the biggest thing. You know, failure is only failure if you decide to quit. And I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep moving forward. Yes, it sucks. Trip to the finish line. So be it. Is what it is. Regardless, I'm going to be finishing my sets here. We're going to erase that 15. I'm going to do my proper 2 sets of 25. I'm going to demonstrate other exercises that I'm going to do today so that you guys can see. And I'm going to work on some stability stuff too. Might even finish with some planks. Don't think it's going to hurt it by any means. But it's going to give me a nice little pump. It's going to get the blood flowing like I want. Going to help me move forward. And then from there, I can focus on, well, after today's workout, I can focus on seeing how I want to approach my leg day. Already in my head, you know, we're looking at the safety bar, possibly some cambered bar stuff. A lot of one-legged movements, probably going to be looking like Bulgarian split squats, lunges, and so on. Some machine work. So, not out of the loop. Going to keep moving forward. It just, bump in the road. It happens, you guys. Bumps in the road happen. I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm going to make sure that I do what is necessary to improve and move forward and show you guys along the way how it can be done and that you can do it as well. But we all have to understand that we are all on our own journey and we're trying to do our best every single day and, you know, just trying to improve. Be the best version of yourself. That's all you can do. But I hope this helps you guys. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my next 2 sets of 25 here. Then I'm going to move on to the other exercises. You guys will see what those are. You'll see what one of these days looks like. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, comment. If you guys don't already, please follow me on Instagram at Paul Yeoman. Please follow the gym here at _basement gym. And please subscribe to the hoisting channel on YouTube. And I'll be talking to you guys. Thanks for watching.